There existed a kingdom in Central Africa which became a superpower and center of trade routes for ivory, copper, raffia cloths, and pottery. Indeed, we are talking about the Kingdom of Congo. The Kingdom of Congo was said to have resulted from the disintegration of an ancient kingdom called Bangu, situated on the north bank of the Congo River. History has it that the kingdom, which developed through multiple migrations from the 7th to the 15th century until the arrival of the Portuguese, was founded by Lukeni Lua Nimi. It had Mbanza Congo as the capital of the kingdom until the capital was renamed San Salvador by the Portuguese upon their arrival to the kingdom's shores. Mbanza Congo means the capital of Congo or even the town of Congo. Prior to the Portuguese arrival, Congo was developed with a large commercial network, thus becoming a superpower and center of trade routes for ivory, copper, raffia cloths, and pottery. The blend of peoples who assimilated the Congo culture and language and inhabited the area covering the Congo kingdom came to be known as Bakongo, and no doubt a hardworking set of people. Therefore, the rise to prominence of the kingdom was not a surprise. Bakongo engaged in agriculture, hunting, and breeding. They also learned a trade of their choice by enrolling in one of the prestigious schools, the famous being Kimpasi, Kinkimba, Yuelo, and Lemba. These schools were designed to train elites in the kingdom, but enrollment was through initiation ceremonies. Trains the Portuguese and other European explorers translated as cultism, hence labeled these schools secret societies, since the expatriates had neither understanding of the culture nor of the kingdom. The rulership in the Congo kingdom was headed by a king who was assisted by 12 advisors, usually nominated for life in the royal court. These advisors had the power to depose the king when found to exhibit misconduct or unable to lead the people. Responsibilities of the king in the kingdom included ensuring equity among the Bakongo, maintaining cosmic and social order, and helping pompous members of the community to live humbly. Kingship was not hereditary among the Bakongo, which meant that any citizen of the Kingdom of Congo, that is Mokongo, could be elected king. The kingdom had 12 provinces headed by 12 governors nominated by the king. These provinces were Soyo, Ingoyo, Kakuno, Luango, Impumbu, Matamba, Indungo, Insundi, Imbamba, Impemba, Impangu, and Imbata. Democratically, when a king died, the elders of the 12 wise councillors, after confirming the king's death, gathered the council to prepare for the king's succession. The king's death was then announced across the kingdom's provinces for them to prepare their candidates. Months and years could pass between the death of the king and the installation of a new one. The council of the 12 wise men led the kingdom until the election of the new king was concluded. Candidates for the position of king were to submit their candidature to the council of wise men in their provinces. Each council, after an oral examination, selected the best candidate to present to the 12 wise men on a day chosen for all candidates to go to Mbanza Congo, the capital. The oral examination of the selected candidate in Mbanza Congo was done before a large council made of the king's 12 wise councillors and the 12 governors of the provinces. 2 candidates were selected, and in agreement with the 12 governors, the wise elders chose an election day. On the agreed day, the king was elected only by the wise councillors through the raising of hands. Once the king was elected, citizens of Mbanza Congo were invited, and the elders of the councillors went on the podium to present the new king. Once the king was elected, all the 12 governors resigned and waited for the king to reappoint or replace them. One interesting thing about the Kingdom of Congo was its mode of expansion. With no army, the kingdom expanded through voluntary adhesion to the kingdom by surrounding kingdoms. Thus, other kingdoms were free to become part of the kingdom and convert into provinces as long as they agreed and committed to respecting and following the established laws. Likewise, these provinces were free to leave the kingdom without any opposition from the central government. This model of governance may explain why, in the height of Portuguese, French, British, and Dutch invasions of the kingdom, historians explain that they found little or even no resistance in some instances. The lack of resistance was even more evident when provinces, one after the other, separated from the central government in Mbanza, Congo. Having risen to prominence, 1483 marked the beginning of the kingdom's decline with the arrival of Diogo Cao, who sailed the coast of Africa to claim the divine right of Portugal on African lands. Although the Congo kingdom declined and eventually ceased to exist in the manner it existed, one thing remains certain. That is, the kingdom's organization showed that a lot of thinking and research was given to generate a political thought or philosophy that underpinned and guided the kingdom. The Bakongo created a system that worked for them and aligned with their culture and values. For emphasis, the king's election was certainly not based on the Greek democratic system, but on a philosophical approach to living together.